And we are going to read from Chaitanya Islamic, Adilila, chapter 5, text number 204. Because yesterday we celebrated Nityananda Tadasi, let us glorify first Lord Nityananda, and then we'll come to our topic of some discussion. And so the mother will share it. Yes. So this series of slokas was taken by His Holiness Kavichandra Swami Maharaj yesterday in our Nityananda Tadasi class, and very, very relevant and very amazing. So let's start. Jaya Jaya Nityananda Charanaravinda.
Jaya Jaya Nityananda Charanaravinda.
Ya Haite Painu Sri Radha Govinda. Just read the translation and go ahead. Yeah. Now, all glory to the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, by whose mercy I have attained Sri Radha Govinda. Read the purport. Let us read this purport. Somebody read the purport. 204. Yes. Aman, purport padi.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Shri Narottam Das Thakur, who is famous for his poetic composition known as
Pratha.
Pratna, has lamented in one of his prayer, when will not Nityananda be merciful upon me, so that I will forget all material desires. Srila Narottam Das Thakur confirmed that unless one is freed from material desire to satisfy the need of the body and senses, one cannot understand the transcendental abode of Lord Krishna, Vrindavan. He also confirmed that one cannot understand the loving affairs of Radha and Krishna without going through the direction of the six Goswamis. In another verse, Narottam Das Thakur has stated that without the causeless mercy of Nityanand Prabhu, one cannot enter into the affairs of Radha and Krishna.
Yes. So this famous song we all know. Nitai Bina Nitai Hino Bhai Radha Krishna Paite Nai. So here Kaviraj Goswami is expressing his gratitude to Lord Nityananda for giving him shelter at the lotus of Radha Govinda. This pastime goes like this. So there was a brother of everybody understands English here. कोई ऐसा भक्त है जिसको मैंने हिंदी चाहिए? ओके, सब इंग्लिश में. लेट्स खुद इंग्लिश हो. अच्छा तो इंग्लिश क्लास होना चाहिए ताकि आप लोग को भी मदद मिलेगा और मेरा भी थोड़ा आदत बनेगा. मैं भूल गया इंग्लिश बोलना है, हिंदी बोल रहे. So Kaviraj Goswami, he had a brother who was believing that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is supreme personality of Godhead, but who had some doubt on Lord Nityananda. And Mahaprabhu had declared that anybody who accepts me as supreme personality of Godhead, but who doesn't respects Lord Nityananda like that, he will never get my mercy. So one time, when one of the great devotee of Lord Nityananda came to their house, I'm forgetting the name. That devotee, so his brother, Kaviraj Goswami brother, he didn't respected him well. He was little like not so well behaved with that devotee. So Kaviraj Goswami felt very, very bad. He felt very, like suppose you invite some of ISKCON devotee to your home and your family members, they treat them very disrespectfully or they so you feel very bad. So same way, Kaviraj Goswami felt very bad, and at night he was crying. And then Lord Nityananda came in his dream and he told that, don't worry, leave for Vrindavan. There you will find the true gem. There you will get the true nectar and true shelter. Kaviraj Goswami immediately, next day morning, immediately left for Vrindavan. And then he goes, so we'll read further slokas. Kaviraj Goswami will speak. Yeah, please share 205. Now here Kaviraj Goswami starts expressing his utter humility, which is the the cynosure of humility, means you can say that the extreme level of humility. Jagai madai hoite moi se papista, puri sera kita haite moi se lagista. Yes. I am more sinful than Jagai and Madhai, and even lower than the worms in the stool. Next. Mora nama sune yei tara punya chaya, mora nama laya yei tara papa haya. Anyone who hears my name loses the results of his pious activities. Anyone who utters my name becomes sinful. Next. Emanani grihna more keba kripa kore, eka nityananda vinu jagata bhitare. Who in this world but Nityananda could show his mercy to such an abominable person as me? Next. Prema matta Nityananda kripa avatara, uttama adhama kichu nakare vichara. Because he is intoxicated by ecstatic love and is an incarnation of mercy, he does not distinguish between the good and the bad. Yeah, that's one more thing. ये आगे पढ़ाए तारे करे निस्तारा अतएव निस्तारीला मोहेना दुराचारा. He delivers all those who fall down before him. Therefore, he has delivered such a sinful and fallen person as me. Next. मोपापिष्टे आनी लेना श्री वृंदावना मोहेना अधमे दिला श्री रूप चरना. Although I am sinful and I am the most fallen, he has conferred upon me the lotus feet of Sri Rupa Goswami. Srimadana Gopala Sri Govinda Darsana Kahi Bara Yogya Nahe Esab Kathana. I am not fit to speak all these confidential words about my visiting Lord Madan Gopal and Lord Govinda. Next. Let us see one more to that. Vrindavana Purandara Srimadara Gopala Rasavilasi Sakshat Vajendra Kumara. Lord Madan Gopal, the chief deity of Vrindavan, is the enjoyer of the Rasa dance and is directly the son of King of Raja. Yeah, done. So it goes on. We can discuss now our topic. So you can see here how Kaviraj Goswami is expressing deep humility, and Srila Prabhupada often quotes Kaviraj Goswami when he talks about humility, that it is not that he just for the sake of telling he's telling. Like sometimes we tell Prabhu, I am the most sinful person, I am fallen, and if somebody really tells us, like yesterday what happened? They did a common prasadam for everybody, all the even brahmacharis and the common people like outsider, congregation devotees in same Anandan hall. So we all went there and we were standing the first. First of all, we were feeling, and many brahmacharis were feeling very angry upon management. Why they have mixed this? We are separate. We should have our own ashram like this. So then, okay, chalo, let's. तो मैं बोला तो ह्यूमिलिटी दिखाते हैं यहाँ पर, थोड़ा हम्बल बनना चाहिए. मैं जा रहा हूँ, ले रहा हूँ, एक आइटम ले रहा हूँ, तो लास्ट में वो एक कोई गाजर का हलवा बनाया था, उस व्यक्ति ने ले करके डायरेक्ट मेरे रोटी पर पटक दिया गाजर का हलवा को. तो वो लास्ट आइटम था, थोड़ा सा हलवा डाला तो मेरा एंगर फ्लेयर अप हो गया एकदम. मैं बोला अरे दिखता नहीं है क्या, मैंने जगह खाली करके रखा था, उसके लिए वहां पर डालना चाहिए ना, रोटी में क्यों आपने डाल दिया, अभी रोटी खराब मतलब हो जाएगा. तो बोला अरे वहां पर. तो फिर मैं जाके बैठा, मैं सोचा देखो ये हमारा ह्यूमिलिटी. तो हम आर्टिफिशियली उसको एकदम रोक के रखे थे, लेकिन जैसी वो बैलून में कोई पिन मारा उठता है फिर वो. तो द पॉइंट इज दैट वी कैन नॉट इमिटेट सच ग्रेट सोल्स. बिकॉज मैं ये लेक्चर सुन के गया था ना, तो बोल करके मेरा दिमाग में चल रहा था हम्बल बनो हम्बल बनो हम्बल बनो. तो देन सो ये आपके मन में भी अभी आएगा. सो व्हेन वी रीड ऑल दिस वर्सेस, तो इट केम टू आवर माइंड, अरे this is the epitome of humility and where are we? एक थोड़ा सा भी नहीं है. So some of us may think that अरे भैया ये सब खाली ऊपर की बातें अपने पल्ले नहीं है, खाली सुन लो क्लास के, ऐसा तो हमको कुछ लोग ऐसा लग रहा होगा. Some people may think genuinely that अरे such a high level of humility I can't even fathom, it will take 1,000 lifetimes for me to achieve this state, you know. And some people even may think that I am more humbler than even Kaviraj Goswami. Some people may falsely those who are thinking that I am more humble. So it's not possible. But the point is that all of us, according to our state of consciousness, we are trying to be humble because we have been hearing from many years or many speakers that Trinadapi Sunicena, Trinadapi Sunicena. So somehow in our subconscious mind, it is there that if I have to become devotee, then I have to be like this, Trinadapi Sunicena. If I'm not there, that means I'm not a devotee. That's true, but there is one more negative side to it. So today morning I was hearing one lecture from Vrajvilas, Prabhuji, Vrajbihari Prabhuji, and he was speaking on this topic, humble confidence. You have heard Saswat Prabhu? No, na? So that heard it? The ABC community. We don't have to hear you. Right?
Sorry, Prabhuji. I heard Prabhuji. Yes, I've heard it.
Okay. So then you have heard what can I speak on that? Then yeah.
I wanted to hear your perspective, Prabhuji. That's why I've joined it because.
Acha.
टॉपिक देख के आए
So you don't speak to Prabhuji, yeah? He will laugh at me. He tell, "Arey, मेरा चुरा करके अपना उड़ा रहा है." So I will just take one part of it. He spoke many things, but what I really liked, and I was hearing this lecture because I was in deep pain in the morning because my leg was paining a lot. Last 4 days was very hectic. So I was just lying down and hearing. But then I realized this is something very important. And he spoke something very beautiful thing. So he told that, so we see in scriptures this level of humility, and we may aspire to become it, or some of us we may think that it's not for me. It's not possible for me, and let it be. I just can't do it. And some of us, by hearing it, we may admire, oh, this is amazing. These devotees are so nice. But on the other hand, sometimes we may lose our self-respect by hearing such esoteric levels of unity and tolerance. And in our practical life, we may feel that I am worthless, I am useless, I just can't do anything. So then sometimes what happens, devotees, because of feeling such low level of confidence, by hearing these pastimes, they think that this bhakti is not for me. So let me be in my material life only. Let me not try. So they don't give a try also. Especially when new people come to our Krishna Conscious movement, and when we tell them very high philosophy, very high thing, that you are fallen, you are begging for the principles, where are you? You are going to hell. And here we are talking about spiritual world, Golok Vrindavan, this thing. So then what happens? Such a gap we are creating between what we want to achieve and the reality, that a person thinks that it is just unachievable. You just can't achieve it. So why to try for it? Like sometimes when we sit in Bhagavatam class, so some speakers say, you can't go in this life to spiritual world. You just can't go. So, one speaker said he will speak in every class same thing. You can't go. आप लोग भगवताम नहीं जा सकते. तब मैं फिर बैठा तुझसे क्लास में. If I can't go only, let it be. It's okay. Let me live my life. So then it's a kind of very negative impact on people when they think that something which is not achievable, why to try for it? So if suppose somebody is failing in class 8, 9 and 10, and then you are telling IIT, इसमें आप बोले जा रहे हो, अरे होने वाला ही नहीं है, मेरे से करना क्या है? Not possible for me. So then one very interesting thing what Prabhu was telling, that when scriptures they describe these pastimes, or when we hear this, it is not that we have to become like that. It is not that we have to become like that. We may aspire for it, but it is when we associate with such knowledge or such unity, even we develop that quality little bit. Now try to understand this point. The Prabhu is telling that we are hearing the same pastime again and again. Now this sloka I might have read 10, 20 times, because many speakers they speak about it, and Prabhupada speaks a lot about it. This sloka Prabhupada has told thousands of times. Any lecture you see, whenever humility will come, he will speak this sloka. Irishta, Vimuis, Papis, Lagishta, Jagai Madai. So he tells, Prabhupada tells. So Prabhupada is telling that when you hear these slokas, or when you come in touch with this sloka, like we read it, you are associating with this vibration, sound vibration of these slokas. And just by association with these slokas, we are getting purified. To give example, just like holy name. So every day we are chanting holy name. Every day same holy name we are chanting. We are not chanting every day different name. But then by gradually chanting, we are associating with the pure potency of the holy name and coming in touch with the holy name. Even we start developing appreciation for holy name. We start developing some attachment to holy name. We start liking holy name. See, I can tell very confidently that none of us here, we may tell that I hate holy name. I think none of you will speak. Although it's so difficult for us to chant. Like yesterday, practically, we had to chant 25 rounds. I was so tired yesterday evening, so I was just chanting and I was YouTube में मैं scroll कर रहा था, तो समाधा chant कर रहा था, एकदम घटिया chanting किया मैंने कल रात को, मैं एकदम honestly बोल रहा हूँ, क्योंकि शरीर में दानी कुछ था ही नहीं, इतना थके हुए थे, तो बस करना है, माला खत्म करना है सुबह, क्योंकि मॉर्निंग 6 बजे वो हरिनाम लेके चले गए, तो 6 से जो 7:15 का टाइम था पूरा दपा का गया, अब फिर दिन भर सेवा ये वो पूरा तो चला गया. But then again today morning I started chanting. सुबह उठ के फिर से अच्छा 5-6 माला अच्छा किया, फिर जो बच गया फिर कैसे. So some appreciation we have for holy name, and sometime we really love chanting holy name. Why not? Sometimes it really appears so beautiful. So that means we are coming in association with the holy name, and through that constant association we are developing appreciation. So the same way, when we come in contact with these sound vibrations, these slokas, we develop an appreciation for these kind of personalities, for this kind of qualities which they are exhibiting, and by that we also start developing these qualities a little bit just by hearing. Now this is so amazing. Just by hearing about certain qualities, you start developing a quality. And this might have heard before also, where we have heard that. That's why it is said, hear Krishna Katha, just keep hearing. You see, Prabhupada used to tell that even when Prabhupada came to India, he was giving class in English, and many of the Indian people are sitting, or sometimes he used to give class in Hindi, and his foreign devotees, like English, American devotees were sitting. He used to tell, just hear. They would not understand anything, but he told, just hear this sound vibration, and you will get purified. You will get purified. So now here comes a very important point, that we have to be humble. It is not that we will become proud by having this knowledge, but at the same time we have to have confidence that whatever I am doing, whatever I am contributing, even that is worthy. Even a small thing which I am able to contribute to the movement, to this world, to the society, it is worthy. It is worthy. If we lose self-confidence, that what am I? See those big devotees, they are doing so much. So many centers they have opened, thousands of devotees. What can I do? What fixing can I do? I might have only 1 or 2 people whom I am just sitting with them every festival and taking prasadam with them and just speaking something. But just now let us see one example of Srila Prabhupada. Who in that dream would have thought that this Abhay Charande, who was a simple grahastha at that time, having 3 children. Now when I am preaching to congregation, I am realizing this point. Now who knows, tomorrow this congregation devotee, one devotee may just become a very superstar preacher. Who knows, after taking Manaprastha or sannyas? Nobody knows that. So then, this Prabhupada was a simple grahastha, and at that time Bhakti Thakur was having many big disciples. Probably Prabhupada would not be even amongst the leaders of Gaudiya Math. He was not there. He was not. He was just a well-wisher. He was just a person who donate something. Like, there are some people now, even you see in our ISKCON temple, Kharghar, there are some people who just come and they donate some money here and there, and then they do some connections. जैसे कोई बड़े आदमी से मिलना कुछ मिलना तो थोड़ा वो connection बिठा देते हैं वो. Now who will think that these people in future may become such a strong devotee? Nobody knows. Nobody knew. And at that time when Bhaksha Thakurji sent Ban Maharaj and all other big sannyasis to England, and they came back, and even they came back after failure, they were giving such grand welcome was given to them. They were not successful, but such a grand welcome was given to them that these sannyasis have gone to London and they came back safely without falling down. So such a grand welcome was given to them. Just imagine. And Prabhupada was just a normal household devotee, and he was just doing his regular duties, whatever. But then eventually, see, yesterday he was called as Vishwaguru by कुंभ मेला में. उनको प्रॉपर जी को भी एक मिल गया. अब कोई भी क्या हो, वो दूसरे बैंगलोर वाले के जो भी किया, बट प्रॉपर जी को तो नाम हुआ ना. तो you see that because Prabhupada was following the principle, so strength comes from following the principles. So when we are following the principle of Krishna consciousness and we are moving ahead, you will see that automatically we will develop that confidence that whatever I am contributing, I am contributing to the whole of the system of Krishna consciousness. And we don't know that we may be the person, who just maybe a small block, just a small inch of stone which is there in the right place. If that is not there, then there will be a big the whole structure may collapse also. Sometimes ऐसा होता है. छोटे से चीज के लिए कभी कभी एक बड़ा स्ट्रक्चर कोलैप्स कर जाते हैं या बड़ा चीज ढह जाता है. So that's why it's very important to be humble, at the same time having self-confidence. Of course, I'm not taking the whole lecture of Prabhuji. He spoke many things. I was just considering this part, that when we read scriptures, we have to appreciate that we need not imitate that. Like when we read about Goswamis. So these Goswamis, if you read their life, very inspiring, very highly inspiring. And after reading that inspiration, many people are inspired to go to Vrindavan and do bhajan like this. But then you have to see our own capacity. Am I capable of doing that? Can I sit for 8 hours, 12 hours, 13 hours, 14 hours for chanting japa? Not possible. Not possible. So that's why we have to gradually grow in our bhakti and see what best I can contribute. What best I can contribute. And when you genuinely contribute from your liking or what is your capability, you will feel humble. You will feel humble. That's the principle. So what is my capability, and I am serving with that capability, and if that is appreciated, I'm telling you, you will not become proud. You will see that you will not become proud. So suppose, like you can ask Shridhamada Prabhu. So nice singing quality. So he sings and a lot of people glorify. So he doesn't feel very proud, correct or not? He was telling once, he feels that what is so great about it? Because that is his inherent quality. So it's something unique. But something you artificially do, and then people glorify you, you'll be proud. Get in your mind? You artificially do that, and then people glorify you, you'll become proud that yes, I have done it. I have done it. But something which is inherent in you and you contribute it, because that thing which you did it was so satisfying to your heart, you don't need other glorification for it. You don't need other glorification for it. That activity itself gave you so much pleasure that और बाहर से दरकार नहीं है आपको. तो प्राइड कैसे आएगा? आप समझ रहे मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? हाँ? हाँ. So that is your thing. Like suppose some of the things when I give lecture, and the lecture itself gave me so much enlistment that it doesn't matter if people glorify me or not. And I don't ask also people कि अरे ये कैसा रहा क्या नहीं रहा, वो उनको अच्छा लगेगा, मेरे को अच्छा लगा, मेरा काम हो गया. They may feel good, they may not feel good also about it, you know. So then this is very nice thing. We have to understand what is my capability, and then we did that, and then the appreciation has come from the super soul within. So you don't need outside people to appreciate you, to make you. But on the other hand, when we see some people and out of envy or out of comparative mentality, we want to do that thing. So we go out of the box and we work extra hard to achieve that thing. Then you will see that you will need glorification of people. If they don't glorify, then you will feel that, "Arey, kuch to kami hai." Kuch to hai. Like, just for the sake of example, I'm telling you, like this temple opening happened. Okay. So Sudaspu had gone to many temple opening programs, and he saw there many people were giving gifts and all this thing. So when temple opening was about to happen, so there was meeting what gift we should give. So then he told that we should give such a gift that in the whole world no temple should have given that. No temple opening program should have given that. Of course, I'm not criticizing, but he had that in mind. If we have to do something that is very good, that was very good. So he gave, that happened. Very nice gift he gave. But then in the last meeting, he was asking who was in charge for these gifts, who was managing these gift items and all. So then one devotee told me, I was looking after it. Then he told, you gave it nicely, na? Sabko mila na? Yes, but सबको तो दिया था. नहीं, कहीं से थैंक्स नहीं आया मेरे को. ईमेल आई, मतलब उनका of course then he told मुझे फर्क, but then मैं बोला फर्क पड़ता है. He was expecting that कि लोग glorify करना चाहिए उसको. He was expecting that कि लोग, मैंने इतना पैसा खर्चा करके हमने लगभग एस्टिमेट 70 लाख रुपया खाली गिफ्ट बांटा है. 70 lakhs, 70 लाख रुपया गिफ्ट बांटा गया लोगों को, सभी सन्यासी घूमते सबको मिला हम लोग. क्या चांदी वाली बना के दिए थे पूरा बड़ा बड़ा ऐसा, वो एक 10-20 हजार का कुछ था जो भी. तो but then I realized at that point कि of course Prabhu is very advanced senior devotee, but then उनका मन में ये था कि पूरा दुनिया से अच्छा होना चाहिए. तो अब जब लोग उस चीज को ग्लोरीफाई नहीं कर रहे हैं तो उनको कहीं ना कहीं वो खटक लगा. ऐसा मुझे फील हुआ. I may be wrong in that. Let us not be judgmental, but I'm just giving example for this thing. तो वही चीज होता है कि हम लोग अगर अपनी कैपेबिलिटी या अपने उससे बाहर जाके कुछ चीज करते हैं और वो चीज को फिर लोग अप्रिशिएट नहीं करते, तो हम लोगों को ऐसा फील होता है कि इसमें कुछ तो कमी है. लेकिन जब आपके अंदर जो कला है, जो चीज आपकी है और आप उसको कंट्रीब्यूट करते हो कृष्णा कॉन्शियस में, then what happened, you feel a deep satisfaction within that, and that satisfaction is what we are all looking for. And then you get confidence. Then you get confidence that yes, this is mine, this is mine. Like Prabhu example दे रहे थे वर्ल्ड को कि वो एक क्लास दे रहे थे, एक क्लास में उन्होंने एआई के बारे में पूछा, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस. तो देन एक व्यक्ति जो था वो जैसी प्रभु जी ने एआई बोला वो एकदम पूरा सामने होकर आ गया. हाँ प्रभु जी मैं बताता हूँ, आई नो अबाउट एआई, एवरीथिंग मुझे पता है सब कुछ. तो सडनली उसका बॉडी लेवल बहुत इंक्रीज हो गया. ही बिकम वेरी एंथुसियास्टिक. तो बाकी जो डिवोटी बैठे थे वो लोग एकदम, उनको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ा क्या है एआई, क्या है ये. But the next Prabhupada told, when next Prabhuji was asking that, can somebody tell we have to make mats for chanting, चटाई बनाना है हमको जपा के लिए. तो बैठते हैं जपा में चटाई नीचे कुसा ग्रास का उसका. तो जैसे प्रभु ने वो बोला तो एक दूसरा गांव का लड़का था, वो एंथुसियास्टिक हो गया. बोला अरे प्रभु जी मेरे को पूरा पता है इसको कैसे कहाँ से आएगा, क्या आएगा, कैसे बनाना है, हम गाँव में बहुत बनाए इसको. तो उधर वो कॉन्फिडेंट हो गया एकदम, उसका लेवल कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल पूरा बढ़ गया. So same way, we all have certain qualities inherent in us, and then when we come across that thing, our confidence level increases very highly. अरे इस पे तो मैं एकदम माहिर हूँ, मैं कर सकता हूँ, मैं कर सकता हूँ इसको. So that's why it is very important that we all identify that kind of contribution what I can make, and when we contribute in that way, we will become genuinely humble, and at the same time we are confident that we can do something for the movement. Otherwise, what will happen if you artificially just try to imitate scriptures, try to imitate great personalities, we will go in such a depression level that we will lose even what we have, what we own. And this is what is happening in the current world also, even in ISKCON. So when we see people, above us, who are more glorified, or who are, more praised, or who are like more appreciated, then the sense of feeling comes that what is my value? Who will respect me? Who will? So then that becomes the benchmark. But if you think deeply, that is not the benchmark. The benchmark is how much Krishna is pleased with us. And for that we have come to ISKCON. Na? We have come to ISKCON to please Guru and Krishna, not what people say about us. And Prabhupada, he pleased whole world because he wanted to please his Guru. And because he did that, then now see the whole world is glorifying Prabhupada. How many of people now will remember those disciples of Bhaksha Thakur who at that time were leaders of Gaudiya Math? How many? And just imagine how many are remembering Prabhupada. Just see how many people are remembering Prabhupada. So it's a matter of time. And we don't know, any one of us here sitting in this class, we don't know with time, we may be empowered so much by Guru Parampara that we may do something which may be a worldwide known affair. Who knew? Who know this? Nobody knows these things. So that's why we have to see gradually what I can keep contributing and developing my own inner Krishna consciousness and move ahead and be a part of the society, a part of the community, and just keep contributing. And the rest part Krishna will do, because ultimately Krishna knows what is good within us. And when the right time comes, he will bring out the that quality within us, and he will make us instrument to do that job. You will see that he'll make us instrument. But for that, we have to prepare ourselves. That is in our hand. We have to prepare ourselves. That is in our hand. How? By sincerely practicing Krishna consciousness. So today, Prabhu told one more good statement. He told, your inability is not your insincerity. You can write down this statement if you want. Your inability is not your insincerity. So if you are not able to do something, that doesn't mean you are not sincere to do. You're not sincere. Like some of the devotees, I have seen even in our temple, they may not be very good speaker, they may not be very charismatic people or influencers and all, but they are such sincere devotees. Every single day they are present for morning program, attending 16 rounds, attending classes, doing giving worship. They are way back to Godhead. They are on their way back to Godhead. And just tell me, at the end of the day or at the end of our life, what is more important? We go back to Godhead. Na? So suppose a simple devotee is there who is cleaning floor of Madan Mohanji every day. Every day he is cleaning temple hall every day, and he is not to be known by any community devotee, any person. He's just humbly doing it for years and years and years. At the end of the life, Madan Mohan comes and takes him back to Godhead. And there is a very star preacher who has 10,000 followers, 20,000 followers, but his pride has gone so high. Then Madan Mohanji tells you have more 100 lifetime to wait. Who is the winner? Just imagine, who is the winner? So there is a famous statement, it doesn't matter what people think about you, because anyway it is not between you and people, it is between you and God. So that's why a devotee He maintains his external appearance, external uh, appearance and contribution, but at the same time he develops internal relationship with Krishna. That is very, very important. That is very, very important. How internally we are nourishing our heart and soul, and how internally we are getting stable in Krishna consciousness. So that is very, very integral part of our practicing Krishna consciousness. And if we don't do it, then we will keep feeling vacant all the time. that अरे मैं मुझे कौन जानता है, मुझे कौन पूछता है, मेरा कौन सुनेगा, मेरा क्या ये है. But actually we never came to ISKCON for that thing. But somehow that sometimes system management, it proves that, it makes us feel like that. So we don't have to go with that thing. We don't have to go with that kind of mentality, because at the end of the day, it's how sincerely we're trying to please Krishna. Although I'm not able, Krishna, I'm not able to do big things for you. That is not my thing. But whatever I'm able to do, please accept it. Prabhupada lecture, Prabhupada was crying in that lecture, remembering Sanatana Goswami. When Sanatana Goswami, he was offering that bati, salted bati to Madan Mohanji, without salt, of course, saltless bati. So then Prabhupada was telling this, Pastor started crying. He told that, my dear Lord, what can I offer you? I have nothing to give you. But whatever I have, please accept this. Please accept this much. And Prabhupada started crying in that 2-minute clip is there. So that is what Krishna is looking for. And if we do something Krishna wants us with pure heart and putting our best endeavor, and then you will see that Krishna reciprocates in that sense. He reciprocates, and he will fill your heart with gratitude and love and affection for him, and that is success of Krishna consciousness. But ultimately, we have to become Krishna conscious, not that we have to become world conscious or people conscious. Like we have to become people conscious because we have to think about people around us, but in a Krishna way. So today, one very nice thing, Prabhu was telling only that he was telling the 7 purpose of ISKCON. The 3rd purpose is, he was telling in lecture that Prabhupada writes that to bring people or members of the society closer to each other and then to Krishna. So we have to bring people closer to each other, and in that closeness, we have to go together closer to Krishna. That is also very important. So we as a community of devotees, we have to bring each other also close to each other. Like we have to endeavor, we have to make something by which we come close to each other, and then together we all go closer to Krishna. He didn't told that just become close to Krishna. No. Prabhupada wanted that all of us also be very close to each other. Because he knew that if individually we all try to go closer to Krishna, then in between Maya will come. Hey, kahan ja raha hai? Idhar ruk. So Maya will stop us. But when we go together, then we can Maya ko bhi thoda sa dhakka deke ja sakte Bhagwan ke paas. So that's why these both things has to go simultaneously. Both things has to go simultaneously. We all come closer to each other and then we move forward. Then come closer to each other, then move forward. Closer to each other, then move forward. So like this, if we keep doing, it becomes a very relishable path also. And then we all feel that whatever, let me be a contributor into this closeness, coming closer, and then move forward. तो साथ में आए फिर ऊपर चढ़े, साथ में आए फिर ऊपर बढ़े, ऐसे करना है हम लोगों को. This is very important. So when we are coming closer to each other, in that closeness, somebody may contribute in a big way, somebody may in a small way. So the person who is contributing in a very big way, he should not feel proud. देखो मैं सबको ला रहा हूँ, मैं कर रहा हूँ. और जो बंदा जो है, जो कम कर रहा है, उसको डिप्रेशन में जाना चाहिए. अरे मेरा कोई सुनता नहीं. ये हम साथ में आ रहे हैं, यही बहुत बड़ी बात है. The best thing is that we are coming together. So that's why when there is any youth program or any yuva function, the only thing you are present there, it makes a difference. Just because you are present there, it doesn't matter how much you have contributed to that program or what is your position, that doesn't matter. It matters that you are there. That's so wonderful. You are just there. Huh? Your just presence is so pleasing to Krishna, pleasing to devotees. That this person is there in the program, in the event, in the whole affairs. So that's why today's talk, I'll stop here in within 2 minutes, 3 minutes. This humble confidence, the essence of this is that no doubt we have to genuinely cultivate humility, but not subduing our inner consciousness and artificially imposing humility on us. Let us be genuine what we are. Let us understand what we are. I have seen devotees who have really, they artificially want to show humility, but when it really comes on their thing, then they show their real ugra roop, or no. And I have dealt with such devotees, and I was shocked. अरे ये बंदा इतना विनम्र बात करता था, इसको अभी जब इसके पर्सनल उस पर कुछ आ गई तो ये ऐसा हो गया, बाप रे बाप, very very difficult. So don't become like that, and don't show yourself what you are not. What you are not, don't show that thing to the people around you, because devotees may misunderstand you, and when your real nature comes out due to circumstances, then devotees will not accept you. Then they will, I have seen devotees like that. वो अपने रियल नेचर को छुपाते अंदर ही अंदर दिखाते नहीं है बाहर क्या है क्या है क्या है, और फिर जब कोई सर्कमस्टेंसेस में वो रियल नेचर बाहर आ जाता है तो फिर डिवोटी कम्युनिटी के लिए बहुत मुश्किल था उनको एक्सेप्ट करना. अरे ये बंदा क्या सोचा था, क्या निकला. तो ऐसा हमको कभी नहीं बनना चाहिए. बेटर टू बी ए जेन्युइन पर्सन, ऑल्दो हम उतने अच्छे ना हो, हमें कमियां हो, हमको गुस्सा आता होगा, हमको हमारे अंदर बहुत सारी कमियां हैं, बट नो प्रॉब्लम. Devotees will accept you when you are genuine, and then they will help you to grow from that level. Okay, so that's why be genuine. And if you, I am telling you 100%, if you're genuine and you are serving Krishna, by default you'll become humble. By default, because you are not hiding anything from Krishna, from devotees. By default, you will be humble. And that second point is being confident. Is we have to understand that each one of us has certain role to play. That's why Krishna has brought us here. भगवान ने हमको इस मूवमेंट में लाया है, या हमको भक्तों के बीच में मिलाया है, क्योंकि वो चाहते हैं हम कुछ कंट्रीब्यूट करें, और जब वो चाहते हैं तो हम कुछ ना कुछ तो कर पाएंगे. इसलिए there is no point in going in depressive zone and I'm useless, worthless, I don't know anything, I can't do anything, and then thinking that oh I am very humble. एक तो आप ये कुछ कर नहीं रहे हो, और ऊपर से आप सोचते मैं बहुत हम्बल हूँ. देखा मैं कुछ नहीं कर रहा इसलिए मैं हम्बल हूँ. No, this is false humility. No. In fact, I heard from His Grace Mahatma Prabhu, Arjuna, such a ferocious warrior, was he humble or not? He was humble because he was following the order of Krishna. It requires humility to follow the order of Krishna. You have to keep your opinion aside and just do what Krishna wants you to do. That is humility. It requires humility. आपका मन बोल रहा है कुछ और करना है, ये करना है, वो करना है, बट आपका अथॉरिटी बोल रहे नहीं ये करना है. ये humility चाहिए कि नहीं चाहिए? मान लीजिए अब इससे हम लोग अभी हमारा मन कर रहा है कि नहीं नहीं हम यूथ प्रोग्राम करेंगे, और अथॉरिटी बोल रहे नहीं मंदिर में झाड़ू मारो. अभी ह्यूमिलिटी चाहिए इसके लिए भाई, और अपने ओपिनियन को साइड रख करके अथॉरिटी की बात को मानना, इसके लिए ह्यूमिलिटी चाहिए. और ये टाइम ना हमारा टेस्टिंग होगा इसमें, जब हम एक चीज चाह रहे हैं और अथॉरिटी मना कर रहे हैं, तो वहां ह्यूमिलिटी चाहिए. बट स्टिल That confidence has to be there that at least I can contribute something. So if you, both the things goes parallelly, humility at the same time confidence, then you will see we will gradually grow nicely in Krishna consciousness and contribute significantly to the movement. So there has been many devotees who have been constantly contributing, and in their lifetime they have done a great miraculous job in Krishna consciousness. Like I tell you, even His Holiness Gopal Krishna Swami Maharaj, earlier he was also Grahastha, and so even when Prabhupada made him GBC of India, many people were thinking why Prabhupada made him, what can he do there? And but Prabhupada had firm faith, and for so many years Maharaj worked hard, so many years. But you see, Maharaj was not a very charismatic speaker also, and he was not like very, you can say that very that personality that exposing his own qualities and all. Although he was double MBA, but then Maharaj followed the principles, and then you see what Krishna gave him. You see the empire he created in Delhi and book distribution and all. If you just count now what all things he did for ISKCON, you will go flat. It will take 100 lifetimes for us to do that. What Maharaj did in one life, in his Krishna consciousness. So many devotees, book distribution, temple, big temple. This one temple now, we are really thinking in temple how it will run. Maharaj opened 18 temples like this in Delhi. Just imagine. This temple also is Maharaj contribution only. But then, because he just kept following the principles and Krishna empowered him and Krishna sending the right people at the right time. Like I will just end with this talk. I was hearing Sundar Gopal Prabhu, who was a stalwart youth preacher in Delhi. तो कल मैं उनका ग्लोरिफिकेशन सुना था महाराज के लिए. तो वो बता रहे थे कि महाराज उनको वो IIT दिल्ली से पास आउट थे और उनका बैंगलोर में जॉब लगा था. तो महाराज उनको बोले कि सुंदर गोपाल व्हाट इज योर प्लान. तो बोले महाराज आई वांट टू जॉइन फुल टाइम, आई एम टू ब्रह्मचारी देयर. महाराज बोले वेरी नाइस, ओके यू कैन कम. देन वो जब बैंगलोर गए तो उनको किसी ने भड़का दिया कि अरे मत ज्वाइन करो, क्योंकि उस समय उतनी स्थिति अच्छी नहीं थी टेम्पल की, उतना ट्रेनिंग तो प्रॉपर नहीं था, दिल्ली में भी उतना नहीं था कुछ चीजें. देन महाराज ने उनको कहा कि आप मत, वो किसने उनको भड़का दिया. तो फिर वो पूरे कंफ्यूज हो गए थे. फिर महाराज का कॉल आया उनको, सुंदर गोपाल आर यू कंफ्यूज्ड. तो उनको बोला अरे महाराज आपको किससे पता. महाराज ने कहा कि ये मेरा एक पागल डिसाइपल है जिसने आपको ये कंफ्यूज किया, मेरे को पता है, उसकी बात मत सुनो और आ जाओ तुम. तो फिर महाराज जब बोले तो प्रभु जी आ गए और महाराज ने पर्सनली उनके लिए कार भेजा था स्टेशन में उनको लाने के लिए. ज्वाइन कर रहे थे तब. फिर महाराज ने उनको उस आश्रम में नहीं रखा, क्योंकि वहां जो ब्रह्मचर्य आश्रम था उसमें सब लोग थोड़ा सा झगड़ा वगड़ा करते थे सब, क्योंकि अनट्रेंड लोग थे. महाराज ने उनको बोला तुम गेस्ट हाउस में रुको. तो फिर उन्होंने कहा नहीं महाराज मैं आश्रम में रुकना चाहूंगा सब लोग के साथ, बिकॉज पढ़े लिखे थे. तो फिर वो IIT से पास आउट थे, तो पहले IIT से पास आउट ब्रह्मचारी जो दिल्ली ज्वाइन कर रहे थे. तो फिर महाराज जब उनको बुलाए वहां पर, तो फिर कुछ दिन बाद महाराज उनको पूछे एवरीथिंग वाज नाइसली. बोले यस महाराज एवरीथिंग इज फाइन. तो फिर सुंदर बापू ने उनको प्रश्न पूछा महाराज को, महाराज टेल मी वन स्टेटमेंट by which I can stay brahmachari whole life. I can remain brahmachari the whole life. Tell me just one statement here. Maharaj told, people will criticize you, you have to tolerate. लोग आपको क्रिटिसाइज करेंगे, आपको सहना होगा. तो उस समय को समझ में नहीं आया. उनको लगा अरे क्यों क्रिटिसाइज करेंगे भाई, मैं तो किसी को बुरा नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं तो ब्रह्मचारी हूँ, पढ़ा लिखा हूँ, सब कुछ. तो फिर उनको समझ में नहीं आया, बट ग्रेजुअली समझ में आया फिर कि क्या होता है. फिर then he started following temple programs, reading Bhagavatam and all. तो बहुत अच्छा चल रहा था. फिर महाराज ने कुछ दिन बुलाए, बोले सुंदर गोपाल what are you doing, how days are going. तो उन्होंने कहा महाराज बहुत बढ़िया चल रहा है, मॉर्निंग पूरा मस्त हो रहा है, बढ़िया प्रसाद मिल रहा है, हम भागवतम पढ़ रहे हैं, ये कर रहे हैं. तो मैं बोले आर यू मैड. उनको लगा महाराज बहुत खुश होंगे, ये तो बढ़िया अभी अच्छा कर रहा है. मैंने बोले आर यू मैड. बोले व्हाट. बोले if you just stay in temple to just read and eat and all, who will preach? So many people are there outside, conditioned souls, they are hankering for Krishna consciousness. Who will preach? And you are an educated person, you should preach. So if you remember, okay Maharaj, if you want will preach, then I will make 108 brahmacharis in 3 years. 3 साल में 108 ब्रह्मचारी। महाराज बोले हंसने लगे, महाराज यार इतना आसान नहीं होता बनाना। तो उन्होंने कहा महाराज अगर आपकी कृपा होगी तो हो जाएगा, यू ब्लेस अस देन इट विल हैपन। तो बड़ा टेम्पल आ रहा था, तो महाराज बोले कि भक्त कहाँ से आएंगे? फिर सुमित्रा ने बोला कि हो जाएगा, और फिर प्रभु ने प्रीचिंग स्टार्ट किया। और अब इतने भक्त बनाए कि महाराज भी नेक्स्ट टाइम बुला के बोलते हैं कि गोपाल, नाउ आई एम हैविंग अनदर हेडेक, वेयर टू कीप दिस डिवोटीज, कहाँ रखे? तो बोलते महाराज पहले आप बोल रहे थे कि हेडेक है कि कोई भक्त नहीं है मंदिर में, और अब आप बोल रहे हो कि इतने भक्त रखे कहाँ हम लोग? दिस इज परफेक्ट गिफ्ट टू गुरु। तो महाराज वेरी हैप्पी। आई हैव हर्ड दैट एक बार जब इन्होंने नया वृत्ताश्रम बनाया दिल्ली में, बड़ा सारा पूरा एक बिल्डिंग खाली ब्रह्मचारी के लिए बनाया, और उसका उद्घाटन था, महाराज रोने लग गए थे वहां पर। महाराज बोले कि देयर वाज टाइम्स व्हेन प्रभुपाद यूज्ड टू मतलब जस्ट हैंकर फॉर वन डिवोटी, कोई एक डिवोटी के लिए दिल्ली में घूमते थे पारा सड़कों में, कोई मदद करे उनको, और आज देखो भक्तों की लाइन लग गई है। तो द पॉइंट इज दैट Maharaj kept on, if you see studies life, he kept on following the principles, and at the right time, Krishna sent in the right people who did fabulous job. You see in any community you go and see, it has happened like that only. Yeah? So that's what is more important. Consistently practicing, going on despite ups and downs, and the right time will come when Krishna will send the right people, and he will make us instrument to do something very big, even if not big, but something very tangible and valuable for this movement. So please wait for that time to come. So all of you, you are very young now, youth. So don't think that what can I do? Just go on practicing. Time will come, Krishna will empower you in such a way, even you will be bewildered. How can I be able to do such a thing? But Krishna will empower us to do something good for the movement and the whole world. So with that, I'll stop here. I wanted to stop at 8:45, but this story aake aur you. So anybody wants to add anything, then maybe Sashwatru, if you are online, you want to speak something for 2-3 minutes. Okay. Sashwatru will be back in 5 minutes. So by the time anybody wants to ask any questions or anything, or any comment, was it relevant to the topic? And
Yes, Prabhu, it was like a nice class, and many things I learned, and I would like to apply in my practical devotional service also.
okay, thank you. Fine. So I heard it today morning, so I thought let me share with all of you. So whatever we hear, if we share with others, then it also becomes part of our system. So I do the same thing. मेरा वही फॉर्मूला जो मैं पूरे हफ्ते पढ़ता हूँ करता हूँ, उसी को मैं बोलते रहता हूँ सभी क्लासेस में, तो वो फिर मेरे को दिमाग में बैठ जाता है, फिर वो बार यूज होता है. लाइक यू हर्ड दिस पॉइंट, नाउ यू शेयर विद समबडी, कोई अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ या किसी के साथ उसको डिस्कस करो, बात करो, देन यू आल्सो डेवलप दिस थिंग, ये आपका ऐसे बन जाएगा. Okay, anybody else want to speak anything or add anything or ask anything?
Can I add one point?
Can add, yes.
To gain self-confidence, our surroundings is also important. They have played a role. I have one observation since many days. Just thinking, we go to Ambedkar for preaching. I have seen one boy who is like mentally challenged, he cannot speak, he is not in his normal state, but still he is confident. He is very self-confident. He seems to be. Then I thought, usually we see that even anyone who is contributing or who is not, despite of his quantization, uh, his surrounding people, they feel that he is very special for us. He is very special in this world. So by that, uh, anyone like who is, of course, probably have mentioned that even presence is also contribution. Just by one presence, it can become a great contribution for many people. But some they may not feel even presence could be because they are not in mental health to understand that. But because surrounding people, they provide they celebrate birthdays, they celebrate many things. They make the person very feel very important. So by that only, he feels that no, I'm very special, and with that he can lead his life very nicely. Even the so-called contributor may not be that much happy or contented than that person who is even uh, in on practical ground we may see that he is not contributing, he is taking services, he is negatively contributing, like he is burdened in one sense. But still he, by having very nice people surrounded by, he can feel most self-confident.
Correct. So association matters a lot. Correct. So yeah, every one of us, we want to be a part of a group where we feel that we are worthy and we are part of the group. We are not isolated in the group. So that's correct. It's very correct. And yes, even we have some disabilities or we don't have that much capability, but people make us feel worthy. Like you see some some house you go where parents their children may be mentally retarded or disabled something, but how they I have seen they make them feel that you are so special for us. And sometimes they overcome their problem because of just feeling that I am special. So in our group also we have to create such an environment.
I think you had given an example. There was one devotee called Kit in Prabhupada's time.
He was just
He was
sleeping, and then Prabhupada told that just tolerating as I'm tolerating all of you. And then one day he became a very great Sanskrit translator for Prabhupada. He was translating Prabhupada books. Yes, so Saksuguru is back. He may add something because he has heard this lecture more nicely, and I
So
miss it much.
see, I just came here because I entirely wanted to hear your opinion on it because you are one of those. Please forgive me. I know you'll become embarrassed now, but I have seen you as the perfect example of humble confidence. That's why I really, really wanted to hear your perspective on it. And yes, definitely, it was such a beautiful explanation of how self satisfaction leads to confidence and also real humility. And I was just mesmerized from the beginning of it. I'm being honest, Proji. Like from the very first example that you gave of going into the Anand Vrindavan hall and then taking the prasadam, and I was just amazed that this is such a simple activity of taking prasadam, and even that you are so much aware and conscious of what is going on inside yourself. You are such an introspective person, although you seem to be so extroverted outside looking and doing so many things, leadership, but at the same time, single simple act of getting prasadam, you are also introspective of what is going on in your mind and how you are dealing, and also the appreciation of the congregation devotees that you feel. Many times, as you gave in the example that Srila Prabhupada was a simple congregation devotee, but then what kind of movement he created. So when you are looking at our congregation devotees and our youth devotees, how do we feel that humble confidence in ourselves is because of your confidence and your perspective about us. Even though we may feel that way, but you see us like that I don't know how these devotees are going to unfold, and because of your confidence in us, we feel so much confidence. And there were so many examples sentences that really touched my heart. So I am the one who has gained so much from this session, Pradeep. Thank you so much. I cannot tell you. I'm so happy.
Nice. So Sasatru, now he will also add to this confidence, because once he comes up training, or he'll keep coming and giving lectures, and also then we'll get to know more nectars and more gay, because he's sitting in the hub of that great devotees who will teach him so many things. Yes, nice. ISKCON movement is a movement of contributors, and let's take ISKCON, maybe Flipkart it is about. So so that's why it's very important that we make every people feel valuable. Everybody, yeah. And it's a great job on part of us, that how we deal with each and every individual. And yes, I just got reminded of Bhakti Maharaj's statement. He told that the success of a community depends on how we deal with each and every individual with the same respect in way we deal with the person whom we love the most, in respect and affection. So that's why it's very important to develop this genuinely, slowly and slowly. It will take time. It is not so easy, but slowly, and you will see that how community develops, and then each one would like to be a part of it, would like to contribute to it, would like to add to it, and they will do big job for ISKCON. Prabhupada that made like these people. All of us get to do like that. So fine, we'll stop here, and it's getting late now. Post. Yes, Ashu, to speak something else.
Sorry, Pradeep. Your statement made me realize one of the four pillars, I think His Holiness Bhakti Tirth Maharaj talks about the community, is
Yes.
that feeling that our interaction with the devotee in front of us will decide whether we'll go back home, back to Godhead or not. That much serious we should take each interaction that we do.
Correct. Perfect. These are very powerful principles. Thanks, I just remembered it, but very difficult when it comes to a daily. So that's why it's one point which you told about me is that introspection. Yes, I do work on it, because I want to read my own mind at all point of time. Because why I'm doing this, I'm just opening this up because I want, even if some people can practice this, is nice, just for the sake of helping others. Because I know that at the end of the day, Antakale cha mameva smaran, at the end of my life, I have to be really sure that I remember Krishna. So then I know that in my 24 hours, I'm not remembering Krishna for even 2 hours or 1 hour also. I know that. But I want to know, I want to be like that 24 hours I remember Krishna. So then each time I start thinking of what is going on in my mind, even though it's very dirty, sometimes very dirty because of my past condition and all, but I'm aware how am I behaving. That's why I feel very that's why I don't like to meet many influential people, many rich people, or many, like when this Modi ji was coming now, I'll just share one other thing. So such a hype was created in the temple. I really wanted to be out of that place, because then my mind was telling that you also do something so that you could meet Modi, or you could be. But then I realized that this is not what I am here for in ISKCON, to meet Modi, or to be in the highlight and like this. Then mind was in a grid. So what I did, that day myself Hidmatru, we went to our this flat, and we went to our Vikas home. We took prasadam, having nice time, and then when proper time came, we came to temple, and then attended program and all. So the point is that we have to be very sure where our mind is going. Right now, it may be very dirty, don't worry, it is there, but at least our intention is good. We want to be purified. So be cautious at each place. What am I doing? What is going, and what will be the consequence of this thing? Slowly, you will see that you will start doing everything consciously. And then time will come, you will become so conscious that you will do minimum offenses to devotees. When we are not conscious of the people around us, we do a lot of offenses, and we really break the heart of many people. It's very important to be conscious. So that's why I say that first be conscious, then become Krishna conscious. The first let us be conscious who are around us, where am I going, what am I doing, what this thing I could have done in a better way. These all things should go in our mind. So I think it will help us. I just shared because Asatu told this point, that's why. Fine. Thank you so much, Sadhguru. Please keep giving your association time and again whenever you are available. So it's very nourishing and it gives confidence to all of us. Thank you. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Bye.
Hari Bol.
Thank you, Prabhu.